Come to a comfortable seated position and roll side to side, finding your sits bones. And when you do, bring your shoulders up, your chest up into a neutral spinal alignment. Meditate on your breath for a moment. Observe the quality of the breath as it enters through your nose, gently, and exhaling all the way to empty. Pausing at your exhalation, you can pull your tummy in and up into an Uddiyana Bandha. And now inhale and pull your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale, press them down. One more time, inhale, shoulders to ears, and exhale, pressing them down. Connect your breath to the movement as you nod your head up and down. Now bring your arms out, pressing your fingertips all the way out, and inhale, arms up above your head, hinge forward, trying to maintain optimal alignment of your spine, and at the point where you feel like you need to bend forward, drop your hands to the mat and walk forward into this stretch. And when you're ready, you can come back up into a seated position and inhale as we raise our arms. And exhale as we lower our arms, bringing them behind our back, clasping your fists together and pressing them down into the mat behind you. Keeping your hands clasped, forward fold and bring your hands up as far as you can, releasing the shoulders. And inhale as we come back up, releasing our hands and reversing the cross-legged position. Pressing your fingertips down to the ground, float your right hand up, pressing your right ear into your right shoulder, and start nodding your chin down to your chest, maintaining that pressure. Now switch arms to your left arm, to your head, pressing gently your left ear to your left shoulder, and nod your head up and down. Now lower your left arm as we bring both hands to a T position and twist gently to the left. Right hand on your left knee and look over your left shoulder. Bring your hands back up and twist to the right. Left hand on your right knee and looking over your right shoulder. From here, we are going to unwind out of this position and bring yourself into a seated staff pose, Dandasana. Your toes are pulling back, dorsiflexing toward your face. Your thighs are engaged. Your spine is neutral as we fold forward. At that point where you feel like your spine wants to bend, drop your hands. After a few breaths in this position, we're going to curve our spine into a C cat curve and bring your forehead down to your knees into the yin asana of caterpillar. We're not engaging anything, just using gravity to deepen the stretch. And now backstroke with your right hand, backstroke with your left hand, as we press up with our hips into reverse plank. Your toes are pressed down onto the mat and your neck is soft. On your next exhale, come down into Dandasana. Inhale, raise your hands above your head, and exhale, forward fold. And as we rise up, we're going to pull your right knee into your chest. Reach forward and breaststroke your arms around your body, internally rotating that thumb and clasping your hands behind your back. Raise your body up, putting pressure on your rotator cuff. Now raise yourself up as you rotate that right foot across your body, cradling it like a baby and reclining. Reclined pigeon pose. Reclined poses should take the spine out of the stretch. So if your head is off the ground, go ahead and lower it back and allow yourself to really relax into this stretch. Now coming back up into a forward fold, you are going to pull your left knee into your chest and dive through inside your knee as you rotate your hands and breaststroke them back. If you feel like you are collapsed inward, go ahead and raise your body up. That will give you a deeper stretch in your shoulder rotator cuff. And now bring that left leg across your body, cradling that foot and your lower leg like a baby as we roll back onto our spine into reclined pigeon pose. Once again, we're taking the spine out of the equation as you can explore the planes of movement with that leg, both your upper and lower leg. And now straighten it out and lower it down. You can give yourself a full body stretch right now before we bring our feet into our chest, the soles of our feet together into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. And if you would like to transition to happy baby, go ahead and do this now. Using your core, start to rock and roll up and down the mat until we get to standing. Try to do this without using your hands. Coming to the front of the mat for mountain pose, bring your toes together as we engage our thighs and float your hands up above your head, looking up and forward fold, keeping your spine as close to optimally aligned as you can in this position before halfway lift and exhale. Collapse your forehead into your knees. Step the right foot back into a lunge and left foot back into a high plank. Your wrists are below your elbows are facing each other. Pressing forward as we Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping your elbows tight to your side. If you are able to hold at 2 inches, hold until failure. And then upward dog. Upward dog, you're bringing your thighs off of the mat, rolling our toes underneath into downward facing dog, feeling like we are sinking below our armpits, getting that full body stretch. And now start to walk the dog, pressing your heels alternately into the mat, deepening that full body stretch. Before we start to physically walk our feet up the mat between our hands, and just grab your elbows and allow yourself to hang here into a ragdoll position. We're aiming to remove the tension in our neck and simply allow our head to hang, and using gravity to extend your cervical spine. We are going to walk our hands up our legs as we stack our vertebrae one at a time into mountain pose again. And raise your arms as we inhale, looking up, forward fold on the exhalation. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, collapse your forehead into your knees, into that forward fold. Left leg back, and right leg back into a high plank position. Holding here, finding your posture before we chaturanga dandasana down, keeping your back aligned until you hit failure and can no longer hold yourself up. When your tummy hits the floor, bring yourself up into an upward facing dog, pressing your shoulders down and your chin forward, bringing that blood flow to your thyroid gland. Curl your toes underneath and bring your hips up into downward facing dog. Floating that right leg up into three-legged dog. Movement starts from the hips as we bring your knee and your foot forward into a nice low lunge. Raise your arms up as you sink into your left hip flexor. Breathing in the crescent moon. And lower your hands, bringing your right hand inside your right foot and dropping down into lizard pose. The target area is your right hamstring, so you don't have to make it look pretty. Just get yourself down into a point where you are stretching that right hamstring. And bring yourself up into three-legged dog. Your right leg is up behind you. And now float your left leg up into three-legged dog. Movement starts from the hips as we bring our left knee, left foot between our hands and rise up into crescent moon. Stretching that right hip flexor. And now let's bring our hands to the mat, left hand inside your left knee, down onto your forearms. You can, if you're able to. Again, this is the lizard. Bringing yourself up out of this into a high plank position. From high plank, you're going to rotate yourself into a side plank on your right arm. You can bring your knee down. You can put your foot forward. And now draw a circle around your body as we switch sides, bringing your left arm down, floating your right arm up into a side plank on your left side. And now draw a circle around with your right hand, bringing it down into a high plank position, holding here and raising your hips into downward facing dog. Step, hop, or float your feet between your hands, bend your knees and raise your arms into chair pose, Utkatasana, holding here. Your drishti is slightly up to the ceiling, and raise your right foot, lower it, raise your left foot, lower it. Bringing your palms together, twist to the left, breathing. And on your inhalation, raise yourself up, straighten your legs, pausing, and bend your knees as you twist to the right. Twisted chair. As you inhale, raise yourself up, straighten your legs, raise your arms above your head, and step your left foot back and sink into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Our hips are facing forward in this position, and open the gate into Warrior 2. Your knee is pulling back so that you can see the inside of your toes inside your right knee. And now hinge your left arm down, right arm up into reverse warrior. Straighten that right leg as you cartwheel your hands around into Trikonasana, triangle pose, and breathe. On the exhale, draw a circle around your body with your left arm. Replace that right hand, float the right hand up, completing the circle into revolved triangle. Rotate your body as you lower your right hand to the mat and float your left arm up into revolved triangle. Now bend your right knee as you tuck your right elbow into your right knee and complete the line that your body makes with your left arm into side angle pose. You want this to be an open pose. Feel like you're opening your armpit to the ceiling. Straighten your right leg as you shift your weight to the center. Wide arms, wide legs, forward fold. Trying to maintain an optimally aligned spine, anterior tilt with your pelvis. As you deepen the fold, you can walk your hands behind your feet, allowing your head just to hang. On your next inhale, you will raise your body up as we bring our shoulders, elbows back behind our shoulders. Raise up on your toes as you sink down into goddess pose. You can lift your heels up and lower them. And now forward fold with wide legs, clasping your hands behind your head. On your next inhalation, you are going to raise up, release your hands, scooch your feet a little bit together, and pivot to your left on your left leg, bending forward and raising your arms up into Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. And now open the gate by pivoting your back foot open, bringing your hips to the side into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Gazing over your left fingers, you're going to hinge your right arm to your right leg, raising your left arm, stretching your fingers up and down. Now straighten that front leg as you cartwheel your hands over to the side, settling into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take a moment to observe your breath in this asana. Now draw a circle around your body with your top hand, replacing your right hand on the ground, and float that left arm up, completing the circle into revolved triangle pose. Lower your left arm and rotate your body, placing that left hand inside your left ankle, and raise your right arm back up into triangle pose. Bend your left knee and tuck your left elbow on the inside of your left knee, raising your right arm, completing the line that your body makes. Now ease out of this pose and prepare for Malasana squat. When squatting, lower yourself slowly, carefully. The soles of your feet flat on the ground, and bring your elbows to the insides of your knees, assisting them open with your prayer hands. From here, hinge your hands down to the mat, the outside of your elbows melded into the inside of your knees, elbows slightly bent, and come up on your toes as we rock forward into the crow arm balance. When you're ready, bring yourself back down, feet on the ground, and come forward onto your knees, settle down onto the heels in thunderbolt position. If you want to modify this, you can lower your bottom onto the mat with your legs externally rotated. And if you want a further modification, you can bend back and lie down in this position. Once you're ready, you can lift yourself up and forward onto your hands and knees and slowly walk yourself into a downward facing dog. Holding here, dropping below your armpits, and simply step up onto the mat and shake it out. We're moving into dynamic leg balances. And now ground your left foot under your body and float your right knee up. When you're ready, straighten that right knee forward and hinge yourself, aeroplane yourself forward into a warrior 3. If you can't quite make the warrior 3, that's okay. Just go as far as you can. And now unwind with your leg straight in front of you. And now drop. Shake it out before bringing your right leg underneath and stacking your whole body. Float your left knee up and straighten the leg. Now start rotating over as you straighten your arms out in front of you, pushing your foot behind into warrior 3. And when you're ready, unwind out of this position with your leg straight in front of you. Lower your leg to the ground and shake it out. Moving on to inversions, sit down on your mat, and if you have a wall, scoot your bottom right next to the wall and bring your legs straight up the wall. This is a reclined Dandasana, but really it is legs up the wall pose. Inversions are any posture where your head is below your heart, and I like to give every student the opportunity to do an inversion at least once per practice. Legs up the wall pose is the easiest modification of an inversion. We will use plow pose to transition into shoulder stand as we bring our legs straight behind our head. It will roll us onto our shoulders. And now you can support your spine and bring your legs up into shoulder stand. As you hold yourself in this position, allow your neck to just release, feeling attraction. And now lower your straight legs behind your head into plow position. Observe your breath as you allow your neck and your spine to lengthen and stretch. Now bend your knees slowly to your ears, knees into ears pose or snail, stretching your spine even deeper. Start to unwind your legs back into shoulder stand and pause before you lower your hips to the ground. And if you are near a wall, you can just lower your legs back onto the wall into legs up the wall pose. Take a moment here and observe your breath. Now unwind out of your inversion and prepare yourself for Shavasana. Now scan your body from head to toe, observing any tension you are still holding in your body. Imagine on this next exhalation, all of that tension melts away off of your body and onto the mat behind you. Now visualize a vase with your mind's eye. Observe the vase, how big it is, what color is it, what materials it's made of. On your next exhalation, visualize with your mind's eye water pouring into that vase, displacing air. As you exhale, the water continues to fill the vase. And as you inhale, visualize that water pouring out of the vase, displaced with air. Inhale to empty. Exhale to full. Continue visualizing the water pouring in the vase as you exhale, and the water pouring out of the vase replaced by air as you inhale. Inhale to empty. Exhale to full. Inhale to empty. Exhale to full. Inhale to empty. Exhale to full. From behind your closed eyelids, roll your eyes clockwise and anti-clockwise. Start rolling your hands and your feet clockwise and anti-clockwise, getting motion back in your joints. Raise your arms above your head, getting a full body stretch. Now roll over onto your left side in the recovery position, savoring these last few moments of silence while on the mat. Now bring yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Roll your shoulders back, find your sits bones. Close your eyes and press your arms out to the side. Raise them up as you inhale. Palms together, bring them down to heart center. The light within me salutes the light within you. Namaste.